Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Reach out to me directly for pricing, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today, we're discussing an early Patek Philippe 5040J. This is the 5040J-013, and based on the hallmarks, the solid caseback, and the Sigma dial, I can tell you this watch was made between 1992 and mid-1995. Now, in yellow gold, the watch, which is a perpetual calendar, measures from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock, not including the crown, 36 millimeters across, 8.6 millimeters thick, and 42.6 millimeters from lug to lug with an 18 millimeter spacing between the lugs. Throw it on the wrist in this cushion-cased micro-rotor automatic perpetual calendar. Wears like a classical vintage watch. The size is discreet, compact, versatile, and I would even go so far as to say unisex. It'll wear well on a wrist as small as 13 centimeters circumference, and you can see on my 16 centimeter wrist, it's nowhere near the edge of my wrist, so it doesn't overlap. There's no lug overlap at the edge of my wrist. And if your wrist is smaller than mine, rest assured, this is a compact case that's going to look great on any wrist size or shape. Now, you can also see it'll fit easily underneath the cuff, and the strap that's attached is a Patek Philippe factory strap. As you can see, it is a brand new Patek Philippe factory strap. Large rectangular scale alligator leather on the top, semi-gloss finish, monotone stitch, a black with a sheer cut side showing the layers of leather construction, and it's calfskin on the bottom. And you'll appreciate that the strap is in outstanding condition, and the watch comes with a matching Patek Philippe 18-karat yellow gold pin buckle. Simple, no nonsense. Now, if you take a look at the case back, you can see it is a snap case back. Check out my review of the Patek Philippe 5040G-016 to get a look at what caliber 240Q looks like. I will say that watch is 9.4 millimeters to this watch is 8.6, because when you add a solid case back to a watch, you subtract thickness. So the display case back adds thickness. This is the thinnest version with the solid case back of the 5040. The case is smooth and monoblock, and you can see that there is no separate bezel structure here, so there's no seam between case and bezel. It's all monoblock from the front, which means the watch is a tail loader, and the dial and the movement go in from the back side. Everything is fluid and organic, and this watch is just gorgeous. Sometimes described as a gondolo, the watch does definitely have that non-round first 30-year 20th century Patek Philippe look to it, back when the format of a wristwatch was not yet set in stone and manufacturers were willing to experiment with different shapes, and this watch is very much in that vein. Now, you will note that the timepiece features a dial that is off-white. I would describe it as a halfway between silver and ivory. We have lovely yellow gold Breguet Arabic numerals, and Patek Philippe generally reserves those Breguet applique numerals for very special pieces, and this perpetual qualifies. There's a railroad track outboard for reading the minutes, and then you can see at center, this watch actually features Breguet style hands for the hours and minutes. You also have mono counters, so you have your leap year phase and your month, 3 o'clock. You have your moon phase and your date down at 6, and then you have your 24-hour dial that lets you know, for example, whether you're looking at 3 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the evening. That lets you know, that 24-hour dial, that it's night, and you should not use pusher adjusters to change your calendar. But there is also, as you could see, a German language day of the week, coaxial with the hours. So you can see German language perpetual calendar, moon phase with an adjustment interval of 122 years, and the perpetual calendar itself does not need to be corrected until the year 2100. Now, you note there are these little sigma-like symbols down at the base of the dial. These are known as a priori marks. A priori, an abbreviation referring to a Swiss precious metals trade group that in the early 70s encouraged Swiss watchmakers to use this symbol on dials that incorporated solid gold, and the hands here as well as the numerals are made of solid gold. And if you ever see that symbol and an M or massif, it generally means the dial is solid gold. Turning it all over, once again, caliber 240Q, you can't see it, but rest assured it is Geneva hallmark finish, integrity being finishing what perhaps only the watchmaker can see, and Patek Philippe has integrity. The movement is automatic winding by micro rotor, a perpetual calendar, a 48-hour power reserve, 21,600 vibrations per hour adjusted in 5 positions, free sprung with a Gyromax style balance, and it features 27 pivot jewels, all of it hand finished. Ask your watchmaker during service, or perhaps ask Patek Philippe service, or Henri Stern, if you're in the US, to provide some photos of the service so you can see the movement. This watch is very old school. Reach out to tmosso@thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.